So now you can kind of understand Snoop's frustration, at the 95 Source Award, when he I guess had to get an understanding, like, hey, the East Coast ain't got no love for Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. And Death Row, y'all don't love us. So now I really get it now, just like on the go back, like, okay, Snoop has always showed love.
This is Hip Hop Album Debate. Let's get the conversation going, ain't no time to waste. Yeah, the podcast that I know you've been wanting. They talking real hip hop, got everybody talking. Let's go. Yeah, keep it 100 and stay true. Hosted by my homie Q. Tune in and come through. Yeah, this be the spot, the number one place all day. This is Hip Hop Album Debate. Let's go. Hey, yeah.
Welcome to Hip Hop Album Debate, the podcast. This is Q, and this is episode 52. And this debate topic is Snoop Dogg, No Limit, Top Dog. Was it a classic? Was it dope? Was it regular? Or was it garbage? But before we get into this debate topic, you guys be sure to like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Go ahead. Be messy, gossip. I'm giving you the green light. Give me the green light. You got it. Tell a friend to tell a friend. All right. So let's get into this debate topic, man. Snoop Dogg, No Limit, Top Dog. So this was Snoop's fourth album, but it was his second album with No Limit. And that first album, The Game Is to Be Sold, Not to Be Told, people had mixed reviews about that. If you were a diehard Snoop fan, but you was more accustomed to that G-Funk, then you may not have been pleased with that album. But if you were a Snoop fan and a No Limit fan, such as myself, then I was happy to see Snoop jump on that No Limit tank. Now, I like the games to be sold, not to be told. I like the album, but you can't go back and listen to it and notice, like, okay, they was infusing that No Limit sound, and it worked then, at least to me, because I was a big No Limit fan and I was a Snoop fan as well. But it's like you really, when you go back and listen to it, it's like, okay, yeah, they was kind of force feeding that No Limit sound on Snoop, and even though they got away with it somewhat, you really realize, okay, when No Limit Top Dog came out, Snoop was inching back to that sound that we were accustomed to, that G-Funk. He didn't got back with Dre. Warren G is on the album. Mossberg, R.I.P. Nate Dogg, R.I.P. And so people saw Snoop getting back to that sound that we were more accustomed to, and it did him some justice, man. It did. But that first single, man, it didn't really do much. Hell, to be honest, I don't even really remember hearing the first single, G Bedtime Stories. When I think of this album, first thing I think about is, oh no, Big Snoop Dogg. Back up in the heezy, baby. You jocking my style. You so crazy. Yeah, so Bitch Please with Exhibit, that got our attention. You know what I'm saying? And this I was pleased with this album. Listening to it, even on the go back. And kudos to Snoop, man, for always paying homage, because he got a track on this album called Snooper Fella, which of course Dana Dane, right? Cinderfella, right? And then he has the song on here, Ghetto Sympathy, right? So that was homage to the Juice Crew, the symphony, with Coogee Rap and MC Shan. So and you think about it, Snoop has always done that. With the Dogfather album, he redid the Vapors, Biz Marquee, and then on Doggy Style, he redid Slick Rick, Lottie Dottie. So now you can kind of understand Snoop's frustration, at the '95 Source Award, when he kind of, I guess had to get an understanding, like, hey, the East Coast ain't got no love for Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, and Death Row, y'all don't love us. So now I really get it now, just like on the go back, like, okay, Snoop has always showed love, and but anyways, man, get back to this album. It felt good to hear Snoop going back to what he was used to. This album also featured the song that when they when they used to play it, well, when I was younger, they would play Down for My Niggas. It didn't bother me then, but now, man, I went there, go to a club, and they playing this song, man. I'm immediately, in my dollar bill voice, immediately looking for the exit. Because as soon as you hear that, I'm going for the exit. But anyway, man, it was a super dope song. Of course, Bitch Please. Probably one of my favorite songs on the album is actually Don't Tell. I hope my wife not listening to this podcast, but if she is, don't take it personal. But yeah, this song, if I hit this, you gonna tell on me? Won't tell. Yeah, that's my jam. Warren G, Nate Dogg singing the hook. So anyway, I thought this was a dope album. I can't say it was a classic. I can't say that, but I can say that it was a dope album. I like going back and listening to it. But never mind me. Let's see what the people had to say. Now, there was no comments via SpeakPipe, but we did have some comments via social media. So we'll start out with my man Dr. Dre on YouTube. He writes, after Doggy Style, Snoop hasn't lived up to the hype for me. All his best music was on Death Row. That I disagree with, but that's a whole nother debate. But I will say this in response to his comment. The Dogfather, come on, man. That's all I got to say. and we'll debate the Dogfather soon. You know what I'm saying? Just to get some clarity on that. But all right, we're going to Facebook, and my man Vinny Hall writes, dope. My favorite Snoop No Limit album is The Last Meal. All right, so he said it was a dope album, but that's not his favorite one. Chris Kassinger writes, never listened to it, couldn't stand No Limit. All right. My man Jeff writes, this was Snoop's second best album of the 90s, in my opinion. Dogfather and The Game Is to Be Sold, Not to Be Told were both utter disappointments. He tried to get back to his roots on this album, and it was the first collaboration with Dre since they had both left Death Row. A lot of good tracks on this one. Dope. All right. And Damian Taylor writes, dope. The first No Limit album he did was harder than this one. So he's saying the first one, The Games to Be Sold, is the better album. So anyway, those are the comments. So let's see what the polls got to say. No Limit Top Dog. 9% thought it was a classic. 18% thought it was regular. 27% thought it was garbage, and 45% insisted that it was dope. There you have it. So, hey, y'all know the play. This is always ongoing. If you agree or disagree with the polls, or agree or disagree with me or any of the comments, leave a comment on the podcast. I posted on YouTube and social media, Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitter. So you guys let me know something, man. It's always an ongoing conversation, always an ongoing discussion regarding these debate topics. All right. So with that being said, holla back at your boy Q. 2 words. I'm gone. Peace.
Hey, yeah.